News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Cars Plus, kick off our holidays by supporting the Make-A-Wish Jingle Rock Virtual Run. Visit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Guam and CNMI Facebook page for details. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Starting now on Primetime, Guam's COVID area risk score drops below 5. We'll tell you what the governor has to say about it. Plus, much needed assistance for struggling families and those that are unemployed. And the OPA releases results from a recent audit on how the administration has been spending CARES Act funding.
Hafade and good evening, everyone. Topping our news tonight, another COVID cluster of 17 positives has been reported at an H2 worker construction barracks. Pacific Rim Constructors has closed its barracks and ceased project operations. In a statement, company general manager John Sage said all those who tested positive were immediately isolated away from the barracks and are currently receiving medical treatment. He said all other employees identified as close contacts are being and Pacific Rim is working closely with public health and will follow its guidance. Sage said the health and safety of employees is their top priority and that they're also taking precautionary measures to prevent any further spread within their company and the community. Meanwhile, a spike in cases at the Guam Police Department brought the total case count to 32. As we reported, 10 police officer trainees from GPD's 11th police officer training cycle have tested positive for COVID. According to GPD spokesperson Sergeant Paul Tapal, the individuals are recovering and are in home isolation. He adds the remaining 14 officers from the cycle have been placed in home quarantine. Academic instructions at the training center located in the Hakubotan building have been suspended and will continue remotely. Tapal adds decontamination has been conducted by GPD staff.
Our first COVID positive case, we've been fluid, working closely with the personnel, working closely with the government agencies for assistance, such as Guam Homeland Security and, of course, the Guam Fire for, assisting us with decontaminating the area. Now the Guam Police Department, we do have equipment in which we, can deploy, in which we did yesterday. We were able to decon the entire building or the office space.
As for the recent positive case from the Dededo Precinct Command, Sergeant Tapao says the officer is in home isolation and GPD continues to work with public health on contact tracing. And last night, the Joint Information Center released the latest numbers. Out of 810 test samples from various labs, 34 came back positive for COVID-19. Currently, there are 923 cases in active isolation and 5,817 have recovered. To date, there have been a total of 6,852 COVID cases and 112 COVID-related deaths. And now for today's numbers from Public Health's week-long community mass testing. According to spokeswoman Janela Carrera, from the preliminary report, a total of 305 people were tested, with 6 results returning positive for COVID-19. Carrera adds yesterday's testing saw 300 swabbed, with 5 positive cases identified. Again, the free testing is being held every day of this week from 9 a.m. to noon, and on Saturday, December 5th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The 3 locations designated for the drive-through testing are at the Jigo Gym for the north, the Tizan Field for the central area, and the Agate Senior Center down south. Guam's COVID area risk score dipped to 4.2 yesterday. That's below the governor's target 5.0 mark for easing restrictions. Does that mean we're in store for a possible Christmas gift from her? We asked the governor when she stopped by KUAM earlier today for our Giving Tuesday event.
We're on our way, so if we continue on this route, December 15th, 16th, 17th, we'll probably make some changes.
The CAR score measures the incidence of new cases, how well testing identifies those cases, and the rate of spread. But the architect of the measurement, Dr. Felix Cabrera, says it's not a done deal just yet.
Where we are in the CAR score at 4.2, that was the trend that we were on before the clusters. We bounced up, but then we came back down, and we're matching that same trajectory right now. So community spread has been on the downward turn for sure. We've been seeing that for the past several weeks now.
Cabrera reminds that we have to keep the CAR score below 5 for at least another 1 to 2 weeks. He's also waiting to see what the positivity rate is on Friday. That's 2 weeks after the Thanksgiving holiday. And with the economy in a state of crisis and thousands of people still out of a job, many are dependent on the government to survive. Peter Santos has an update on federal assistance programs.
Director of Revenue and Taxation Daphne Shimizu took to the link this morning to get some much-needed information out to the people.
The Economic Impact Payment Program is something that we've been running since about April when the CARES Act was passed. We've made about over 82,000 payments, and that equals to about $145 million. Now, it is important to note that for those people who have not filed their non-filer form yet or have not filed a 2018 or 2019 Form 1040, you're not going to be eligible to receive a payment this year.
For those that are ineligible to receive a payment this year, Director Shimizu says there may be some hope next year if you filed the 2020 1040.
If you haven't filed, unfortunately, you're not going to be eligible to receive a payment in 2020, but you may be able to receive a payment in 2021.
Director Shimizu broke down one of the other programs meant to provide financial assistance to families.
Another program that we've been running, of course, is the Audit Help for Families program.
The program stopped receiving applications on November 12th, and of the some 1,600 applications, the department has made 648 payments, totaling in almost $400,000. Although DRT is no longer accepting applications for those who made the deadline but are still missing crucial documents, Director Shimizu says to keep an eye out for a notice from the department.
Now, it's going to be important that you stay on top of that because you only have a specified amount of time to submit any documents to be able to receive your payment. And once that time lapses, you won't be able to receive your payment. So stay on top of receiving your mail. Make sure you're communicating with us so that way you can get your Audit Help for Families program payment.
And for those still waiting to receive their tax refund,
I'm excited, of course, as we've been doing with the Department of Administration, we're scheduled to continue to make weekly payments just as we've been doing since 2019.
Those interested in following up with the status of their income tax refund payment can do so by visiting myguamtax.com. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Peter Santos.
And still more financial help could be on the way for struggling families. Senators held a public hearing today on Senator Regine Bisco-Lee's bill to provide $400 and $800 local assistance checks to private sector families who are running short of money in the middle of this pandemic. The program authorizes the governor to tap into up to $15 million in surplus FY20 special revenues or FY21 general fund revenues. Lee says it can help bridge the gap for an estimated 30,000 families while they wait for more federal aid.
We were able to develop this model by standing by a decision to make GovGuam employees and federal government employees ineligible for this aid. Yes, this, it might seem unfair, but it also hasn't been fair that while our brothers and sisters in the private sector have been laid off, furloughed, and left to navigate a never before done unemployment program, we in the government of Guam and the federal civil service have been sitting pretty.
The bill is called the RISE Act, or Recovery Income Support and Empowerment Act, to be administered through Rev and Tax. The earning limits are $40,000 for individual filers and $80,000 in gross income for joint filers. And one day after paying out over $11 million for the Lost Wages Assistance Program, PUA and FPUC benefits, the Guam Department of Labor today released another $9.8 million in federal unemployment assistance. Labor Director David De La Sola says it's part of the Leon Guerrero Tenorio's administration's effort to get people as much help as possible for the holiday season.
So we're double down. We're going to be putting a lot of overtime and we're going to hit it hard. So our goal, which is a little ambitious considering all the fraud and everything, is to get 2 months worth, all of October and all of November out for the PUA and to get out all the claims for the LWA program. So that is going to be a very, very aggressive undertaking.
In the last 6 months, GDOL has paid out almost $450 million in unemployment benefits. And the OPA has released the results of an audit on the administration's CARES Act spending. Public Auditor BJ Cruz says he believes they were in general compliance with federal guidelines, but the documentation from the different agencies, he says, was lacking.
We found that some of them seemed wanting. It needed a little bit more information, or at least we thought it should. Some that we had, or at least the auditors thought, did not seem to have any coronavirus nexus.
He says the OPA purposely did not release details of the spending it believes was non-COVID related.
We want to give them a chance to submit all the documents and have us look at it to do a deep audit on it.
But with less than a month till the deadline, the administration still has about $40 million left to spend of the $118 million in CARES Act relief.
But I think the good news is that maybe they shouldn't have spent that $40 million in the way that it was originally intended, and maybe now they'll look and see what they really, really need that is specific to the pandemic, and we'll spend it on that. It was budgeted in March and April to be spent, but to date it hasn't been spent. It may mean that they even notice that it probably shouldn't be one of the expenditures that they get involved, that they should spend money on.
A law passed in May mandates the administration submit monthly reports on its CARES Act spending, but it didn't do so until October. And Cruz says he scolded ADLOOP for a lack of transparency.
I said, we wouldn't need to do this audit had you guys just been transparent from the beginning. Keeping it close to your vest only makes people wonder why.
Cruz says once the year's over, they will audit how every dollar was spent. Senators wrapped up session today, passing a series of bills. Senator Therese Terlahi's measure to preserve the land restoration mission of the Chamorro Land Trust was approved, as were a trio of bills by Senator Jim Moylan. One slashes the filing fees for a limited liability corporation from $1,000 to $250. Another promotes the commercial drone industry, and a third provides tax incentives for fulfillment centers. Also passed were two of Senator Amanda Shelton's bills. One allows a certain group of merit scholars to receive benefits that were inadvertently cut off by a previous law. The other allows UOG to enter into public-private partnerships to generate more revenue. Also passed was Senator Mary Torres's measure to provide public health with another $470,000 to bolster its budget. And finally, senators also overrode the governor's veto of Senator Tello Taitagui's bill that increases the ceilings for claims against the government. Stick around for more news here on Primetime. Coming up, we got a recap of Giving Tuesday and the overwhelming response from the island community. And President-elect Biden announces more members of his cabinet. Stay tuned. You're watching KUAM.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
We are in it for the long run, so you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you. Federal employees and annuitants enroll today.
Being a parent is already difficult. Your mother duties and work duties are both in your face, having to figure out how you're able to balance both.
I have kids, I have a wife, and just going out into public and just being around other people was just terrifying just for me in itself.
You know, we're trying to soldier through this whole thing. The thought of the loved ones at my house kind of hit home, so I have to make sure that I stay in line with myself.
I've had to learn how to deal with what's going on around me and kind of just be a little more patient.
I can't stress this enough, but we really are in this together. And prevention saves lives. We're in this together, stronger than ever. We're in this together, stronger than ever.
We're on this together, stronger than ever.
KUAM News. winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Welcome back. The Guam Police Department is asking for the public's help in identifying a man who was killed in an auto pedestrian accident that occurred on November 14th on Marine Drive by the Micronesia Mall. The male victim is described as 5'5" to 5'8" in height, with a slim build, a light complexion, short hair, and a mustache. The victim was wearing a light gray shirt, black pants, slippers, and had a rosary necklace with a cross pendant. Anyone who may have information is asked to call police dispatch at 472-8911 or 475-8615-7. And 24-year-old Damian Kaleo Greer was arrested for cruelty to an animal after a video went viral of him shooting a dog on Sickett Street in Harmon. As we reported last night, Guam Animals in Need had offered a $1,000 reward for the arrest and conviction of the responsible person. Gain was able to locate the dog, who appeared injured. Officers from the Tumon-Tumuning Precinct Command were able to locate Greer and also arrested 34-year-old Jesse Pua Vidzagomez Jr., who recorded the incident. He was charged with guilt established by complicity. Both men were booked and released. And the high-profile animal cruelty case against Gerald Wayne Cruz is now before the local high court. This after the trial court dismissed the indictment last year. Cruz is accused in the 2018 fatal shooting of neighborhood dog Pugwa. Adriana Cotero reports.
The Supreme Court of Guam heard oral arguments from both parties this morning in Gerald Wayne Cruz's animal cruelty case. Deputy Attorney General Stephanie Mendiola is appealing the decision and order from then Superior Court Judge Michael Bordalio.
The people charged Defendant Cruz with causing serious physical injury to these animals, but the trial court erroneously dismissed these charges based on its own interpretation that the law required the animals to survive in order for the crime to be committed. But that is not what the law requires, and that is not what the legislature intended. So we ask this court to correct this error, reverse the dismissal, and reinstate the indictment to allow the people to proceed on these charges.
On the other side, defense counsel William Bischoff makes previous successful arguments from trial court.
All that we are saying, all that we have been saying all throughout this case is that it should be it's a misdemeanor, not a felony, because of the statutory definition of serious bodily injury, which is a substantial risk of death. This wasn't even a substantial risk of death. This was a practical certainty of death, which is the terminology of a knowing crime.
It was back in May 2018 when Cruz allegedly went to his neighbor's house, shot the neighbor's cat, then threw it in the back of his Tacoma. Then 4 months later, he's accused of causing similar serious physical injury to another neighbor's 2-year-old dog, Pugwa, who he allegedly shot and killed.
This case is about who gets to decide crime and punishment. What is the crime of animal abuse? How do we punish animal abusers? So at issue in this case is the interpretation of the law that created the felony crime of animal abuse and the corresponding punishment. And the law is clear and unambiguous. It is a felony crime to cause serious physical injury to an animal, and it remains a crime regardless of whether that animal lives or dies.
A second superseding indictment charged Cruz with cruelly killing as a felony. The trial court ultimately dismissed the indictment, favoring the defense's arguments, and found there was insufficient facts or evidence of the animal's suffering before death. Mendiola argues the indictment is correctly before the court.
This indictment is also sufficient, and the law does not require the element of survival, which is the single factor for which the trial court dismissed this indictment.
The prosecution noted this morning that while Puga's case was being heard, the legislature was discussing Puga's law. The higher court is taking the matter under advisement. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Guam was first in the world to kick off Giving Tuesday, a global campaign that KUAM embraced several years ago to promote generosity and compassion for our fellow Guamanians.
A caravan of kindness rolling through our KUAM parking lot.
From Audit. Okay, Audit Chalampago in the house. Thank you so much for your generous donation. Okay, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Be safe. Be safe. God bless you.
From 9 a.m. to 2 o'clock this afternoon, KUAM held a donation drive-through, collecting non-perishable food items and toys for the Salvation Army.
Hi, thank you. What are you donating?
Some pantry items. Yeah.
What brought you out here to the KUAM today on Giving Tuesday?
Well, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are more in need than I am, so it's a little something. It'll help.
Also stopping through, Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio.
So these are on my birthday. Friends and family donated non-perishable goods, and so I decided that I would donate it also. And some of these are also coming from, you know, our cabinet members, our employees, and so forth. So we would like to just say from our generosity, I hope it helps, and I hope it lifts somebody in some way. So thank you again, KUAM Care Force, for this wonderful event today.
The Salvation Army was also on hand with their red kettles to accept cash donations. Partnering with KUAM and donating to the Giving Tuesday campaign were organizations like 7 Day Supermarket, Papa John's, Guam Visitors Bureau, Coast 360 Federal Credit Union, Burger King, Speaker Tina Munya Barnes' office, Coke, Foremost, and King's Restaurant. Their donations, which included hand sanitizers, PPEs, food, and toilet tissue, were distributed to frontliners at GMH, GRMC, and DPHSS, as well as St. Dominic's in Barragata Heights. Your kindness and your generosity goes to show that despite Guam going through its darkest days, there is still that light of kindness shining within each and every one of us.
There are more people that need the help than ever. But those of us that are able to help, this is what we do, is join each other and push each other up. And that's the spirit I think that KUAM has captured in this campaign.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
In national news, President-elect Joe Biden has announced more members of his administration as President Trump continues to fight the validity of the election results. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry reports from Wilmington, Delaware.
It's a big day for President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. They received their first full intelligence briefing and held meetings with transition advisors. Tuesday, they'll officially announce members of their economic team, and Biden will nominate Janet Yellen for Treasury Secretary, who would be the first woman to lead the department. Cecilia Rouse will be named as chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, and Neera Tanden will serve as White House Budget Director. Mr. Biden remained home here in Wilmington, Delaware Monday. He's recovering from hairline fractures in his foot after being injured playing with his dog over the weekend. President Trump was also home at the White House with no public events on his schedule. He tweeted about his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, holding a hearing detailing alleged election fraud with some Republican members of the Arizona State Legislature.
This signed and sealed document now constitutes the official canvass results of the November 3rd, 2020 general election.
At the same time, officials in Arizona were certifying the state's election results. Election officials, including Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, continue to maintain there was no widespread fraud.
There are those who are exploiting the emotions of many Trump supporters with fantastic claims, half-truths, misinformation, and frankly, they are misleading the president as well, apparently.
In his first interview since the election, President Trump told Fox News nothing will convince him he lost the election. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
Coming up, regional headlines from Saipan and the CNMI. You're watching KUAM.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
Time doesn't stop.
And neither should you or your business. Introducing Stroll Courier. Now you can have all your packages, documents, and gifts delivered island-wide without leaving the comfort of your home or office. Delivery has never been easier with our pre-booking and express same-day delivery options. Visit strollguam.com/courier and book a delivery today. Stroll Courier. Book, track, deliver.
Okay, so what are we thinking today?
Oh, I just need a trim.
Okay, well, luckily you are in great hands. Perfect.
The $1 stylist deal.
Is that it?
That's it.
Or you could get a real deal. McDonald's buy one, get one for $1 deal is here. Buy one of your faves and choose another for just an extra $1. Choose from the Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder with cheese, and 10-piece chicken McNuggets, but only for a limited time.
Home, a place where I can go to take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home.
Home. It's more than wood, square footage, and a floor plan. It's where life happens and moments become etched into memories. At Bank of Hawaii, we're proud to help families all across Guam buy and improve their home. Applying takes just a few moments, but the memories last a lifetime. Simplified by Bank of Hawaii. Welcome to tomorrow.
Welcome back. With regional headlines, here's KSPN 2 News. Saipan.
Hafa Guam, here are the headlines for CNMI. Hi, are you doing some Black Friday shopping?
Yes.
What are you shopping for?
Stuff that I don't have at my house and that I really need.
Are you finding any good deals today? Can you list any that you are finding?
My good deal right now is I'm not paying for any of it.
How?
Because yesterday during our Thanksgiving luncheon at our house, we were playing, we had a tournament, a dart tournament, just with my kids. So my son made a bet. He goes, Mom, if you win, I'll take you shopping Black Friday, anything you want. I'm like, for real?
What kind of stuff are you guys getting?
Just pots and chairs.
Have you guys found any really good deals?
Oh yeah, this chair.
How early did you guys start today?
Oh, we came late.
I can see you guys already got some stuff in your cart. What kind of stuff are you guys shopping for?
We're waiting for the microwave because ours are broken already. Yeah.
Any other good deals you guys are finding so far?
Actually, the TV. Yeah, we're thinking about the TV.
Which one? How big is the TV?
The 43?
43 only for her room. Yeah.
Just for me?
Yeah. For her, yeah.
Are you guys shopping for any like Christmas presents and stuff?
Yes, and a new Christmas tree.
Oh, exciting. What kind of deals are you guys finding today?
Good deals.
Did you guys get out early and do any shopping?
No, we actually just got out now.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys find out some good deals for the rest of the day.
It's our first stop. Yeah.
Okay, how many more stores do you guys plan on hitting up today?
Not
the whole shebang?
Yeah, we're gonna go see where else we can get good deals.
Yeah. Looks like you got like a TV. How's anything other deals you guys found today?
Just at the unique shop. Yeah.
Are you guys doing any Christmas shopping?
Mhm.
What kind of presents and deals have you found for Christmas?
A power wheel. Yeah, it's pretty cute. Yeah.
And any other stores you're checking out after this?
Probably.
So we just finished from Joten, so.
Yeah. Did you guys start early today?
Yeah, we started around like 9ish, not that early.
And how many more stores do you guys plan on hitting up today?
Just here. We're not planning on hitting anywhere else.
Nothing else?
Yeah.
Just some basic necessities for the house. Any Christmas presents?
Yes. No.
Just basic. Okay. Hi. Happy Thanksgiving.
Say bye, baby.
Mwah. Mwah. For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Birthdays are coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
The only way you beat 6-month-aged cheddar toasted on the shell of a chalupa is to put it in this box. The Toasted Cheddar Chalupa box is back for a limited time, only at Taco Bell.
When I need to pay my Docomo Pacific bills or manage my account, all I do is visit mydocomopacific.com. It's easy to set up. I just visit the website and click on the link to set up my account. I filled out the registration page starting with my account number. I received a text message with a temporary username and password. After making initial changes on my security settings, I'm in! Now I can make payments or manage my Docomo Pacific account without needing to leave home. With Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy December and happy birthday to everyone who was born on December 1st, including Bernice Timenglow, who was born today. Happy birthday, Bernice, from all of us at KUAM and Cold Stone Creamery. Happy birthday number 5 to Grayson Knight Mendiola. We're so proud of how much you've grown. We love you. Say Mom, Dad, and your family. And also belated birthday wishes going out to Bailey Joseph, who was born in November on the 30th. Bailey celebrates birthday sweet 16, so for my baby, from Mommy and JBL, family Jocelyn, happy birthday to you. Jay Laurel, also born on the 30th of November. Happy birthday to you from Benji Pops, Kayla Sage, and Troy, who they say they love you. Shine St. Augustine, who has the coolest name. Happy belated birthday to Shine, born on the 29th. Hope you had a safe, happy, and wonderful day from the GW Gecko class of 1972. Gotta love the Geckos. Always. They always show so much love to their classmates. Braden Joshua, who was born on November the 10th. Happy belated sweet 3 birthday to my tweetheart, Bray Bray. We hope you had a great day. And Jocelyn Nicole, who was born on November the 7th. Belated sweet birthday from your mother-in-law Iris with all of her love. And we hope each and every one of you have a great December, but most importantly, a great birthday.
And if you want to be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, just register online on KUAM.com. That's our report for tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please be safe out there.
What's up, Guam? Welcome to In the Zone. Dave Delgado here with me tonight on the show. Frank Florig, Special Olympics Guam.